Scrappy friends, welcome back. Today we're playing along with the Christmas in February YouTube hops. That's 25th of every month. And we are doing Get in Shape hop, which this week is stars. So I'm using one of the kits I put together on my organised video in January. And this is using, so there's a Vicky Booten background from one of the mixed media pads of hers, which have got the stars on the background already. So I thought, well, for the stars hop, this would be perfect. And I'm just trimming this down so it ends up being, I think it's 11.5 inch square. I'm going to put that onto this red. It looks like a frame at the moment. So this is a piece I gutted to use one side on another project. Kept the rest of it in my scrap box. You can see I have actually gone to use it on something in the past, end up not using it. So with this video, I must say as well, it does end quite abruptly because I think my phone overheated and the camera froze. So it's just recorded the sound with the same picture. So I've just had to cut it off at the end. I'm using Foxbox here. This is December Foxbox, I think it was. My title's going to be Good Cheer. And I've got a paper snips there that I've used the die to cut some bits out of. I do add some of them on as epoxy flare later. I'm just cutting down a piece of this green paper. All the papers are from my scraps box from that page kit I put together last month. Just borrowing Steph's 3D foam there to raise photo up because I left all my adhesive apart from my Herma at home. This is filmed at the crop the other week again, the Warrington crop, organised by Sarah from Hey Look Magpie. So I'm just cutting some of the papers here. That's a Felicity Jane wood grain. I think the green is a Maggie Holmes, I think. It will only be in my stash because it's in a hip kit. That's the only time I've got Maggie Holmes come in the room. Oh, it's LE Studio paper. I don't ever remember buying any LE Studio paper, so that must have been in a kit as well. But I really love that green. I thought it was perfect for Christmas. So yeah, so I've just here decided for doing some more stars. I brought some LE Studio stamps with me, which are stars, and I want to stamp them, but I didn't want to just do them on white. So I've got a distress ink, and I'm going to use that to colour up some of the background paper. I don't blend it very well, but I am just going to be stamping on it and also die cutting it, so I wasn't being too precious about it not being blended properly. I forgot my water bottle, so I was just using actually my drink water bottle there and a piece of tissue that I'd used for cleaning my wax up earlier in the day. So that's all, it's not blended very well, but but it's fine. It's, going to be on small die cut pieces and I'm stamping on top of it. So here we go with some stamping. I wouldn't normally stamp in regular distress. I'd normally stamp in oxide, but they were, quite small images, so I was okay with that. And then this is the stars from the notes collection, notes stamp set, which I do pull out in a little while. And I basically just, instead of cutting the dies apart and having to chase them around my room, I leave them as one sheet and die cut the whole thing. Because if you do have them on a black background, if you die cut out a white card or a paler card and have them on a black background, you can line the stamps up and stamp them afterwards. So I tend to just die cut a full sheet and not cut the dies apart, or just put a little bit over the die I want. So just moving everything back over there again now. There isn't very much left in this video, as I said, because the camera failed on my new phone, overheated it, so we don't have far left to go. I do decide with some of these die cut pieces they're just being lost on the background. So that big star, I do actually turn that over and I stamp with that hickory smoke again, a star onto that. I can use that as a base with another star in the middle of it. You'll see that shortly. I also, with some of those die cut pieces there on the top right from the paper snips, I use some of the naked epoxy and turn them into epoxy flare and put them in with my embellishment clusters. and I use a few little bits from there. But yeah, with these pieces of die cut, I do end up going in with the hickory smoke and a few different stamps and stamping onto them to add more detail. I also stamp hickory smoke onto the background. I'll be doing that very shortly. So there I am turning that star over. So I've got the white side of it on the background to give that the contrast between the blue background and my blue star that I stamped and die cut. And I just think that looks better. I'm just going through the star note dies now and choosing a few things to add to the page. I do end up getting those bigger stars off the outline star stamps as well. Actually, I do think I just end up using this stamp set again. Yeah, I do. So I'm using that bigger star instead with hickory smoke, and that's going to go stamped direct to page. And then it is a case of the bit of the star I end up missing. It is just a case of moving the pattern paper, so it doesn't matter that I've not got it perfect. And also it's a distressed background, so the stamping doesn't have to be perfect either. And then I'm using the other star that's the right size for this die cut piece. I'm doing that with the hickory smoke as well, and then using a bit of 3D foam to pop up the blue star in the middle of it. So yeah, so that's them. And now with this circular piece as a starburst, which I do use to colour that. Now I put the starburst onto the stamp just so that I'm not stamping directly down and getting ink everywhere. I actually end up with a brown hand at some point because I use brown for ink blending and put my hand directly in it. So I'm just now going through the die cuts that I have, the ones that I've inked up and die cut myself, and the ones from the paper snips, just creating some journal clusters, not journal clusters, some embellishment clusters. A little bit about the photo. We do white elephants, so the adults in the family, we don't buy gifts for each other, we do white elephants. So you purchase a present up to a certain value, we do £50, and you get to the first person choose a present from the middle, and the next person can either pinch that or choose another present from the middle. So I ended up with a 4.5 kilogram Toblerone and loved it. Before I forget to mention, don't forget to check out the others taking part in the 2 hops. I'll have all the relevant links in the description box below. Here's the close-ups. You'll see I did my scattered stars, so I just dropped those stars. So there's epoxy stars and wood stars. I just dropped them on the page and stuck them where they landed. I put some puffy stickers around, and you'll see there's the where I've used the paper snips. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great day. Bye bye.